Good morning, everybody. Yes. Coffee. My heater is working fabulous. I also have my electric socks on. So, one of the things, a heater is great, but when you have Raynaud's, your feet are really cold. Kind of just naturally, they feel cold on the inside all the time. So, or at least that's how mine works. So, a heater is all well and good, even an electric heater, but the fact is that my feet were always cold. But my friend Mike got me these awesome electric socks. Thank you, Mike. And they are making a huge difference. I do want more. I want more pairs. So I have to message him and find out where he got these so I can get them. I want more. Because the battery does run out, and you have to recharge it. Now, yes, I can recharge it in the warmth of the day. However, I get up at 3 a.m. Good morning. So, the coldest part of the day is for, 3 hours away. And then, so that's how that rolls. So that's why I need the heater, and this is just the time of day that I function. I've tried to reset my schedule. Sometimes I do, for a little while. When I'm on the road, though, this is pretty normal, because I go to bed so early. As soon as it gets dark, my body starts to shut down. It's like, oh, time for bed. And my friend Maddie always says he can, actually just watch me shut down. He's like, then all of a sudden you don't speak English. Because I just don't make sense after a while. But, yeah. So, I use all of this stuff, right? Because I'm up between... That's why having the power is so important to me. And... because I'm up at 3 a.m. and I'd like to be able to start my day, and not feel confined by the beginning of my day, right? But when I'm at the truck stops, it's okay. I just don't like it. I don't sleep well at a truck stop. No. That's where an insulated vehicle would probably be nice, right? I could, if I had an insulated vehicle, I probably would sleep better because of the sound, for sure, right? One of the reasons I love being in places like this. But, here's the thing, it's also about safety. It's how safe do I feel. So when I am parked in someone's driveway, even if it's a noisy street, I feel safe. I'm in a driveway. I have permission to be where I am. One, so the police are not going to come and knock on my door after I fall asleep. I've already been traumatized by that enough. I really make an effort for that to not be the case. That was no fun for me. I don't want any knock of any kind. Right? I go to sleep. I'm a solid sleeper. And so if someone's lightly knocking, like those policemen back in South Carolina may have knocked lightly on my door, and I didn't hear them because I was sound asleep. And that's when they hammered on the side of the van. Please open up. So screaming and yelling. And I screamed bloody murder. They didn't seem to care. That they terrified me. So, I wasn't doing anything wrong that I knew of. I had looked at a review, but I learned the lesson, right? I learned the lesson, especially in COVID, right? So I was just relying on the reviews for my Overlander. I wasn't going inside to check with customer service. One, because I was trying to avoid going into the store multiple times because of COVID, right? So it was like this. Really, it was a double-edged sword. No matter, I was trying to do the responsible thing, and in trying to do the responsible thing, I didn't do the right thing. Right? So, okay, so that's sort of what happened. I was doing my best to limit my exposure in the communities that I was going to. And I made a point of going into the stores as they opened. So that way, I'd be in and out with less people and have less of an opportunity of catching anything, right? So, and it worked really well for me. I mean, I managed to get through, right? So, and so far so good. So, anyway, I don't want to talk about that. I'm probably going to cut that whole section because I said the C word too many times. You know what? I don't care. It's a reality. It happened. It is. It's still happening. And I don't want it. I've had it. It was horrific. I don't ever want it again. Okay? So, anyway. Yeah. I could do a whole episode on it, and I won't. Right, Nugget? She looks so pretty right now. Okay. Oh, who is that pretty girl? Hi. Oh, Nagita. How is my girl? Look at those smiley eyes. She's so happy. I know. I love her. She is so yes. I know. Look at the face. Look at the face. She got a little something hanging out of her mouth, a little piece of her. Whoop, got it. I know. Oh. So we are, yeah, so that's cat mommy. Pet mommy. Dog people talk to their dogs like that too. I mean, I actually had the cops called on me when I was in, again, South Carolina. Damn it, the people in South Carolina really didn't like Connecticut plates, I think is what was going on. Anyway. South Carolina. Be careful. Sorry, guys. Don't mean to give everybody in South Carolina a bad name, but y'all got to think about the fact that you... Just come and talk to me. I had my doors open the whole day long. On and off. I was going in and out of the house, yes. And when I left, I would put her back in the van and close the doors. Then I would go back out and I would open them and put her on a leash. And if this woman had come to see me during the day while this was happening, at 10:30 at night, she wouldn't have had to call the cops to tell them I was locking up a child in the van. I'm not kidding. Now, the police officer, I'm pretty sure, laughed so hard, he peed his pants. Because when he came around and I unrolled the passenger side of the window because I had window covers up and stuff, and I was asleep. You know, you wake me up, I'm half asleep. I went to the passenger side and anyway, he said, you know, we've had a call that you've been locking up a child on and off all day long in the van. So I said, would you like to meet the child? He just kind of looked at me. Come. I was like, I don't care now. I'm like, I don't care anymore. I opened up my barn doors and I picked up the carrier and I put it on my stove, which is next to the door, and I unzipped it and I said, officer, meet the child. And Nugget popped her little head out of the carrier like, hi, right on cue. He jumped back because he was not expecting that. So, you know, but I was smiling, and I'm pretty sure he knew that there wasn't going to be anything bad in there. Because I was laughing. I mean, I was laughing. It was really hard for me to not, you know, pee, actually, in that moment. Let's be real. So, yeah. But I'm pretty sure he might have. And he was like, okay, I'll go let her know everything's all right over here. Thank you so much. And he left. I was parked at a friend's house when this happened. Right? And I was visiting a friend for Thanksgiving. You know, what's really sad to me is that people aren't willing to just come over and say hello. If you're really that concerned, you know, do I look that terrifying and unapproachable? Anyway. Although, you know, I've had kids come up to the van and say, nice kidnapper van. And at that point, I'm like, where are your parents? Go get them now. This is trouble I do not want. And then a friend of mine's like, yeah, well, you put a treat out at the end of the leash. What do you expect? Because Nugget is a little treat. Yeah, it's only happened once. It was Arkansas, and the parents were fabulous people. I ended up having a lovely time. We shared a meal and did a fire story. That didn't come out right. We told a story around a fire. And it was like one person started the story and we went around. So I had a lot of fun with that. That's a fun game, by the way. That's a really fun thing to do. Especially if everyone's willing to get into it. It's the best thing in the world. It's just incredibly entertaining. And kids have fabulous imaginations. And these kids did, for sure. There were a couple of them that I was like, dang, they should be writing. So, anyway. But, you know, so I'm in my experience, most of the time I am able to turn things around, right, and make them positive. There have only been 2 occasions in 2 years where I felt incredibly unsafe. And I am so sorry to say that both times it was because of the police. It was only twice. Once in Columbia, South Carolina, and once in the northeast corner of Louisiana. I parked at a wildlife preserve. And I'm not even going to go into that story. So so there's only 2 occasions in 2 years. Both times were by police. So I'm not a fan of knocks. I like parking in places where I can avoid them. Anyway. So if you want reality of van life, right? That's the part of it that gets talked about but doesn't get talked about. And it is really, it does leave you feeling very unsettled. But I have learned, well, you learn where to park and where not to park. I mean, both times I thought I was parking in legitimate places because I really make an effort to stay legit in my parking. I mean, I do the best I can, and I kept it free for a really long time. I'm back to free again. But, you know, for while there are campsites, I had to. Like in Texas, you kind of gotta. I don't know. I didn't feel comfortable in Texas. Just parking places. You know, I just didn't feel comfortable parking places. I wanted to be in state parks. Yeah. I don't know how or why or what. I can't put my finger on it, and I'm not going to explain because I don't know why. Because I do love the state. Don't get me wrong. And I keep going back to it. There's a lot there to see. A lot. So, I don't know. But I feel like when I'm in Texas, I have to be parking legitimately. But anyway, I got a state park pass. That worked out nice. I'd love to go back and use it more. My pass does expire in September, and I don't know if I'm going to be back before Christmas or not. You know, I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea. I have to get a new license. There's so much that has to happen. Oh my God, now I'm rambling. Sorry. 3 a.m. or no, now it's 4 or 5. I don't know. Time is moving on. I've continued to try to shoot this morning, and I've made a lot of nonsense. Nakita, no coffee for you. She likes the coffee. I think it's the sugar that I put in the coffee, but you know. Oh, whoops. Don't fall down. I have too much stuff over here. Okay. I know. So, what else can I tell you guys about? I don't know. I'm excited. Today's a big day for me. And I say that because, like, it is. Whenever I meet another woman in van life, I get excited because it's like meeting a sister, you know, and this person is a sister in more than that way, which is so fabulous. And I'm really looking forward to getting to know this person. And, yeah. She wrote a beautiful, well, okay, I read the words, and the words really went straight to my heart. So I was like, I want to meet this person. I'm very excited to meet this person. And so this is cool. And I like meeting new people all the time. Well, because you just never know. But also, you know, it's like, for me, I enjoy exchanging energy. And I do really enjoy meeting new people. I get horrifically anxiety before I do it. Like, it's crazy, right? Like, singing, I know I'm good at it. But when I do it in front of people, my body has a totally different reaction. My brain knows I'm fine and I know what I'm doing. And even if I make a mistake, it'll be fine. My body is like, and I will shake, like vibrate, shake. I can't hold music because I'm shaking like this. Like it's bad. That's why I like to play guitar and sing at the same time. It helps. Still shake, but I can at least, if I'm sitting, I can use my leg as a metronome. And usually that's where I can funnel that nervous energy is into that metronome. I just have to be careful not to speed everything up too much in the process. Oh, yeah. Stage fright. It's a real deal. It's a thing. And I've had it my whole life. It's not new. I don't get it when I'm in choral groups. Only when I have to sing by myself. And like this doesn't make me nervous because you ain't in the room with me. Right? Well, and I've been doing this for a while now, so this is very second nature. I sort of, like when I go back and I look at the old stuff that I did, you know, and it's not, I can't even say that I was trying. I wasn't trying, you know, I don't know. Yeah, did you get that train of thought? No, I guess I just think I'm more comfortable with doing this than I was before. Hey, you know, all right, well, I guess I shouldn't worry about it. You want to lick it, lick it. Just licking the dust. Oh, wow. I am going to do this to you. Whoop, psh. You're going to have whiplash now. I've been watching Jackson Galaxy. He's the cat daddy. On cat behavior. Right, girl? So anyway, and I didn't get this from him. I don't know why. I'm telling you this. A friend of mine read an article. Yeah, so there's where my sources are. A friend of mine read an article about cats getting their vitamins from laying in the sun. They get vitamin D. Because and then, I don't know, somehow it like bonds with the oils and then they clean their fur and they get it that way. And then also rolling in the dust and the dirt is how they often get their minerals because they are then cleaning themselves and consuming the minerals in the dust and the dirt. All right. She gets lots of minerals. That's my point. Oh my God. Yeah. I might be crazy. Well, you know what? I don't mind. I like it. Like Mr. Buffett says, if we weren't all crazy, we'd all go insane. And I've already been down the insane path, and it's because I smothered my weird. Right? I was afraid of it. Society didn't like it. Right? So I hid it. I don't hide it anymore. So now I embrace it. Right, kitten? She is my wee Nagita. Where's that Queen Nagita? Yes, I love you. Yes, I do. Who is the cutest kitten in the whole wide world? Nagita. Yes. She's so, yeah, love. All right. I have rambled so a long time. Wow. Do I make this its own video? I might have to. So this is a 3 a.m. rambling by me. Or 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I don't know what time it is now. Right? I just been going by. She was watching my hand. I have a feeling she's getting ready to attack. I should be careful what I wish for, because I can't let her out yet. I gotta wait for daylight. I don't let her out on the leash. I mean, I let her out only on the leash. Sometimes she breaks free, like yesterday. You'll see that in the next video, or whatever. But, yeah, because I think what I'm going to do, this is going to be its own video. Thanks for joining me today, everybody. Ha! Oh, here she comes. Hi, baby. Oh, you giving everybody your bottom? What would you like? Is it time for me to put food in your dish and make breakfast for you? That's what she wants, but she's going to get water first. See, when she's hungry, this is my trick to getting her to drink water. So, all right. No dragging the dish. No dragging the dish. Thank you. I have to monitor her. So, you know, if I leave her, I can't leave her with water because she will just dump it. She doesn't drink it. She dumps it, and then she doesn't have any water because she just dumps it. So, I put in enough for her to drink and a little left over. But also because she splashes in it and it gets everywhere. Oh, sorry, kitten. Nugget. And the fact is that this is a small space, and water, no matter how hard I've tried, I have mats, you know, I have stuff that, but she's a cat. She flicks, man. Oh, sorry. And she's also easily startled. Hey. Oh. Man, my allergies were something fierce this season. I'm glad I'm finally in a place where it's a little less, so hopefully it will settle. Oh, gruesome. And I haven't found the right combination of stuff. So, no, and I also, like, you know, like if I was to do this naturally, I would be eating the honey of wherever I am, and that would help me with my allergies, because it does make a difference for me. However, that takes time to make happen. So because of that, you know, like you have to do that for a period of time for your body to build up the immunity and be able to ward off the allergy, right? So I enter new environments all the time, and I have a very sensitive system, and have since I was little. And they used to just call it sinuses, but it's allergies, please. It's allergies. So, and I haven't found the right combination of stuff, like I said. So I just live with it. It comes and goes. In some areas, it's worse than others. There are things that contribute. Okay, so what do I realize? Like, if I eat a lot of stuff with sugar in it, this happens a lot more. If because yeah, I had a Pop-Tart before I went to bed last night. So, this is probably why I am congested this morning. So there's stuff like that, right? I know some of it is food and some of it is environment. But, you know, stuff, I eat what's cheap and what I like, because I have difficulty with food. So I eat what I eat, you know. I remember someone telling me once, don't think about it, just eat it. Because I, you know, would put too much thought into the food and then not consume any food, which has its own repercussions, right? So, and you can see it. I definitely need to gain weight, and I've been working on it now. Like, I lost it over the summer due to stress, you know, when my sister passed away. And there was a lot of traveling involved and back and forth in different places, and you didn't always get to eat regularly, and so I got all out of whack again, and it's hard to get back into the habit. And then when I get into a workflow, I tend to forget to eat when I am in high focused work situations. So like, I'm working on a painting and it's just going and going and going. Well, food isn't a part of that equation. It just isn't. Now, someone wanted to spend their days cooking for me and making sure they're putting food just right next to me. Don't even ask me if I want to eat. Just put it next to me. If it smells good, I might like start grabbing it and eating mindlessly because I'm focused on what I'm doing. Seriously, I am that bad. Anyway, I don't know. This whole video went in some weird directions. Not weird. Weird, not weird. Weird. Weird by whose standard? Not mine. Oh, empty. It's like sad. I need more coffee. All right. So now, all right, all y'all that make it, okay, no, that I shouldn't use that there. I found out that that is a negative thing. I didn't know. I use it, I don't know. I was never thinking of it as negative, but I use it as a collective, but I'm going to try not to use it because I've heard that that's a negative collective, not a positive collective. Anybody who makes it to the end of this video gets to see just kind of like all the good stuff, as far as I'm concerned. Because by the time I get to the end of one of these videos, I've just kind of lost, I've been talking to myself for a half hour. Right? Espera eso. Actually, I've been talking to myself for the last 2.5 hours because I have been trying to put together a video since I got up this morning. So, although, one of the cool things about that, I talk through shit. I got a lot of shit done up here when I make these videos. Not everything do I put up on YouTube because it's not for you. Often when I'm making these videos, I talk through stuff that ends up being really powerful for me. And I choose not to air it because it's very personal. And y'all don't need to see that. Sorry. I know. I'm not into like throwing drama on the screen. Also, like, it's not drama. It's growth, which is awesome, but it's also very personal. What did I do my one? Oh. It's a small space, and yet I still can never find what I just put down. My dad, oh my gosh, I hear him, I see him. Like, now, I can't do the eyebrow thing. I wish I could do the eyebrow thing. So he would, like, lift an eyebrow, right? Go up like this. Look over his glasses. You don't look so good. Every time I look for something, I think of that. I am so glad that that when I think of my dad, it's not... I mean, I cry. Like, there's tears in my eyes now, right? But his sense of humor is so in me, and it comes out of me so much, and I can just hear him. And his humor. A gift. A true gift, really. Anybody who knew him knows exactly what I'm talking about. And, that's part of this whole inappropriate business, right? My dad would tell a dirty joke. I mean, his dirty jokes were so, like, not dirty. Or they were, and it was like, dude, serious? Like, did you really just say that? But he would blush, right? Like, if he swore, he would blush. That was my dad. And, yeah, he was a very appropriate person. But then he was wicked. He had a wicked sense of humor. So... that is a little bit of where that comes from, if you're curious. Like, so, okay, the Inappropriate Artist encompasses a lot for me. There's a lot to it. That's why it came off my tongue so naturally when my friend Chris first asked me what I would call myself. And like that, the Inappropriate Artist is what came out of my mouth. So it was a moment. And I've been asked to explain it ever since. You know, sometimes you want to like, you know, but see, like even that is considered inappropriate, right? To some. I don't know. I really rambled today. Sorry, guys. Or not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. All right. How long have I been trying to make coffee? I don't know. I have to look back at the video time and see how long it took for me to get to the point of actually making myself a cup of coffee. Well, you know what? If you found this entertaining at all, or informative, or just a great way to pass the time, please feel free to hit that like button. I always hate saying that. But here's the deal. It changes the algorithm. I travel on a very limited income. And I did not start making these videos to make money. But I will say that if I could, the closer I can get, the sooner I can get to being monetized, the better it will be for me. Just even small amounts more than what I have now gets me closer. Because like right now, I live on what comes in. So there's no room for saving. I need a way to save money. So I'm always looking for more passive income. YouTube could become that for me. I'm not depending on it to become that, but it could. So like, then subscribe if you would like to, you know, subscribe. Oh man, I need to finish making this cup of coffee. I hope you would consider subscribing to the channel also, because that also changes things and helps, right? Like, so, and then watching the videos makes a difference. So if you've made it even this far in the video, ha, you are amazing. As Erica Kane would say, or no, Sally Field. I think Erica Kane stole it from Sally Field. Yeah, so, well, whatever. That tells you something about me, doesn't it? Do you know who Erica Kane was? I'm not even going to say who she was. If you know who she was, you can laugh about it in the comments below. But Sally Field said, they like me. They really like me. When she won the Academy Award, right? I thought that was hysterical. But yeah. So if you like me, please subscribe to this channel. That makes a difference. I need 1,000 subscribers to get monetized in like something like 4,000 hours. So this is... Got to watch the whole videos. And I know I shouldn't make these announcements at the end of a video either. This should be at the beginning of a video. I don't know. I should on myself. I need to stop shoulding on myself. Serious. All right. Get this baby twisted on. So yeah, like, subscribe. Oh, and when you hit that subscribe button, a little window is going to pop up and it's going to show a bunch of bells. Hit that notification bell if you would like to be notified every single time I put out a video. Oh, be careful, Marion. That way you can follow along. Now, you can also contribute. Let's see. You could go over, if you would like, to help me stay gassed up, fed. Yeah, the van gassed up, me fed, and maybe gassed up, who knows. So, fed, like, you know, bills paid, insurance. So my bills, I pay vehicle insurance and telephone, and then I have one other bill, which, by the way, I have not been able to pay. And I really would like to be able to pay it again. So my income has unfortunately dropped enough, significantly enough, that I haven't been able to pay that bill. Which has really been rough on, well, them, yeah, but me, my conscience. I don't do well with that. There's a reason I don't have credit cards. I hate owing money. It eats my soul when I owe money. I just cannot handle that. So I don't have credit cards. I live within my means. This service was offered to me very generously on a payment plan a number of years ago, and I have been diligent. However, I think since September, I have not been able to pay them. So that bill is $70 a month. I have $1,000-ish left. I think it's just a little over $1,000 left to pay off. It was almost $3,000, so I've paid off quite a bit. But before I buy a truck, I would really like that to be paid off, right? Like, I can't even conceive of buying a truck right now. Let's be realistic. If I look at today, no, I cannot buy a truck. Unless someone desperately wants this van and wants to give me like $3,000 for it, then I have $3,000 to go out and find a good used truck. But I still then would have to find a camper. Let's put it all together, right? I'm being realistic. But I'm also really good at manifesting shit. So I have been drawing it out and working on it. And all my life I've been able to do it, and sometimes it just takes a little bit of time. And I take the steps. I move forward. I do what I can to make it happen with my own energy and my own abilities. My paintings are getting better and better. I'm reaching more and more people. So I have more and more people wishing to have my artwork. No, my paintings are not, I don't make, okay, so I don't post prices because I owned a gallery. People look at prices, not art, and it drives me nuts. And I don't want people to do that. I want people to just look at the art and enjoy it. Now, it doesn't mean my art is out of reach. So my little ones are $30. If I meet you in person, that all changes, right? Oh, yeah. Like, I've given those away to kids and people who haven't had money to buy art. But I can't pay to ship it to somebody for free. That can't happen. Let's be realistic. That can't happen. So, because I can't be generous with others until I can provide for myself. Simple as that. I do my best. I ask the universe always for abundance so that I might be able to share it. And so what do I often do? Since like making donations and doing things like that is it's rough when you have very little. So what I tend to do is when I meet people in the communities and they buy artwork from me, and I do my best to do all of my shopping in that community. I don't make more money than what I need to survive, so it's going to their grocery stores and the local coffee shop to make sure that I drop a few bucks at the coffee shop when I can. I mean, that's a luxury to me, being able to buy coffee. Most of the time, my budget does not allow me to do that. When I'm driving, and I do tend to stop and buy drive-through stuff. That's for ease, because it's a pain in the butt to stop. It's a pain in the butt to stop and pull out the stove, and I lose my momentum, and I have no desire to get back on the road after that, and then I get tired. So, I've learned this is who I am. This is how I function, and so I eat crapola on the road. I don't know where I was going. But if you'd like to contribute to this journey, look who has just suddenly joined me on my lap because I am cutting to this point. I rambled for way too long. And this is my little Nagita. I speak to her as if she is Russian. She is a Russian assassin. She is. If you are a cat owner, she is Russian assassin. She's my smushy kitty. All right. You want to keep me fed and the cat. You want to keep. Wait. If you would like to help keep the gas tank full, keep the pantry full for both of us, and the bills paid, so that's the phone bill, the van insurance, and then I have one other bill that I'd really like to tackle. That's it. So, minimal stuff. But if you'd like to make sure that I accomplish that every month, you can go to Instagram and check out all my finished work that is available for sale. I do market available or sold. Now, if you like something that has sold, and message me. I may have other images from that area that you might like that I would be happy to paint. So, or I could do something similar. I'm not like, I won't ever make the exact image twice. It's just not going to happen. But I might be willing to revisit something. So don't be afraid to ask. So there's that. And then that's my preferred way of making money, baby. And then you can become a patron on Patreon to support the book project and to help keep me moving in art supplies, right? Keep me full of art supplies. So Patreon is a monthly membership, and it is the beginning of the month, so I say hop on the boat now. You get more when you start at the beginning of the month. But you also have access to all of my old posts. So there's tons. I've been doing this for a while now. There's tons of stuff on my Patreon for you to go through. I promise. I promise. So you can do that. You can do one-time contribution through PayPal. Do not claw the sugar bag. That's my fault. I'm distracted. She's not being naughty. She's being a cat. I put something in front of her that makes her favorite sound. Did I already do this? No, I didn't. Because I've done that before and then ended up with a too sweet cup of coffee. That's like, all right. So, yeah. PayPal, Venmo, all of that's in the description below. So if you click that little arrow that expands the description below the screen, when you take this down to the tiny screen, because you don't see it when you have it on the big screen. Got it? Let's take it down to the tiny screen. Click that little arrow and expand the description. And in the description is all of my links. So you can find also the galleries that you can see my work at in person. So one is the Center Gallery in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. And the other is Clapp and Tuttle in Woodbury, Connecticut. All right. Thanks for joining me today, everybody. This was a rambling show. I hope you enjoyed it. All right. Yes, Nugget? Yes. Thanks for joining us today, Mom. Mushy, 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 mushy. Oh, I love you. I'm not sure she looked too happy there. Although her body feels good. No, she wants to go down now. She's like, Mom, you went too far. You violated my trust. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time.